Welcome back to Grandpa Reaction. We're back at it again with a little something different. Not a song, but a podcast of our girl Faouzia. And she speaks about, her Moroccan roots and her crossover sounds on the Amplify Her podcast. And someone told Gordon Priest to do this. I forgot who you are, and I appreciate you for telling him to do this, because I was like, let me look this up. I looked it up, seen the title, and heard a little bit in the beginning, and I'm like, I gotta do this. I appreciate y'all. If you're new around here, you know what you gotta do. Let's get right into it. Let's go. And bear with me, guys. It's 15 minutes long, so bear with me.
When you're a kid, you start to just feel like, should I be embarrassed by my culture? Should I be embarrassed by my background and all these things? And so it's very hard. But as you grow older,
Hold on. Let her repeat that, because I don't get that. Like, why should she be embarrassed? Like, I know Morocco's in Africa, you know what I mean? But still, it's a nice country, you know what I mean? Better than a lot of countries out there.
embarrassed by my culture? Should I be embarrassed by my background and all these things? And so it's very hard. But as you grow older, you're just gonna be like, I do not care.
Shout out to my Moroccans too. I
don't care at
appreciate
all
y'all.
what you think.
Amplify Her, a UN podcast series, United Nations.
I'm Laura Quiñones, and you're listening
Quiñones,
to
all
Amplify
Boricua
Her,
or
a
Mexican,
new
either
podcast
one, you're
from the
Hispanic.
United Nations with support from
Te
SoundCloud.
lo agradezco.
We met some extraordinary women artists in the first 4 episodes, and this episode is no different. Faouzia, a young singer with a huge voice, was born in Morocco and raised in Canada. She started making a name for herself when she was just 15. While she was still in high school, influential
15.
EDM producer David Guetta invited her to feature on his song Battle.
Yeah, I got that. I reacted to that. For the Scooby-Doo soundtrack, right?
Fluent in Arabic, French, and English, Faouzia is proud of her roots
Very fluent.
and has begun to incorporate Middle Eastern influences into her pop anthems. She told us about the bullying she had to overcome as a child from Arab heritage in her small town school, the family love and support that sustains her, and her love for Moroccan music and culture.
When
Big
I was
ups.
very, very young, like literally 5, 6, 7, I wish that I was different. Like I would be like, I wish I had blonde hair, and I wish I had blue eyes, and I
weird.
wish that I could be like all the other girls. And then something clicked in me when I was still very young, and I was like, even though I don't look like that or I don't do those things, like I'm still really great the way that I am.
Get back to the one that I once knew.
Yeah.
I can never change just to love you.
When people try to act like other people, you can sense that it's not authentic. When people are truly being real, you feel it, and people gravitate towards that. And so I learned to accept myself and be myself at a very young age.
Look me in my face, said I was insane, playing all your little games.
I realized that it's an advantage to be unique in yourself.
Facts.
Then you can just like create your own world and do you.
Said I was too much, you're just not.
Not only that, she's unique. She speaks multiple languages. That's even more unique and rare. So, big ups to our princess, Faouzia. All right? Big ups.
I'm in my studio, and what's really funny is that I'm basically in an unfinished basement. One day I just came home, and my dad and my younger sister, they were like installing these soundproof blankets and like setting up the studio kind of as
Because they
surprise
know
for
that
me.
voice is golden. That's why.
And it's just like so cozy. It kind of looks scary. Whenever I do live Instagram lives down here, everyone's like, are you okay? Is anyone holding you hostage? But yeah, I love the vibe. It's very dark. I love being in dark places when I'm making music.
Hell yeah, it's the best. Again.
And I just love the feeling of solitude, like nobody's listening, there's no judgment, nobody's upstairs hearing what I'm doing, nothing. Like it's just me and my thoughts. And that's why I feel like I create the best, but only when I'm alone. Whenever I'm with other people, I like sunshine.
I'd rip your heart right out of your chest.
I love writing emotional music. And so it's a big part of me. Like, I love sad stories, I love sad poetry. I gravitate towards writing that a lot. When I first,
And everybody can relate to her, what she writes to, you know what I mean? Certain situations people be in their life, you can listen to her music, and you know what? It can ease you up a little bit. Trust me.
started writing, I liked to be inspired by others and what other people had told me and their stories. But I feel like recently I've been writing a lot more from personal experience. I internalize stories, and whether I like it or not, somebody can even just be talking to me and then they'll be like, am I supposed to pretend that I love them? And then I'll be like, oh, pretend that I love them. Like, that's such a good concept. Like, just like
Wow, her
bank
mind's
it.
like,
And
ooh,
it's literally just like a
that's
constant
amazing.
thing. It's like whether it's me, whether it's them, whether it's just a word, I'm just like storing it. Like, it's just like my brain is just always on that mode.
One for me. Oh, man down, another one for me.
My parents are both from Morocco. My dad is from Casablanca, and my mom is from Fez.
Casablanca.
They told me this story that it just dawned on both of them. They were like, we need to go to Canada. And then they were immediately on board. And it was just when I was born. My older sister was like 3, 4 years old. So we were very young. And they just wanted more opportunities for us.
Hold on. Let me go back here real quick, guys. She has an older sister, or she's a younger? Hold on. Grandpa's hearing aid is not on right now. Hold on.
My parents are both from Morocco. My dad is from Casablanca, and my mom is from Fez. They told me this story that it just dawned on both of them. They were like, we need to go to Canada. And then they were immediately on board. And it was just when I was born. My older sister was like 3, 4 years old.
Oh, so she has a couple of sisters?
And they just wanted more opportunities for us.
Okay, I see that. Okay.
Creativity-wise, everything. So they decided to go to Canada.
I learn new things about her all the time.
A last-minute decision, and they were on a plane and they were gone. And you know, they had to start from scratch. They had to start from zero. Like, they had to restart their education, everything. It's just so inspiring to think that 2 individuals moved from Morocco to Winnipeg, which is completely, it's like literally the polar opposite. And they pushed through and they started over and they became teachers.
Round of applause for her parents.
For the love of their kids and for us, which is
round of applause, priceless. Straight up.
And so now I'm like, I can't give up. I can do this, all these things, because I saw my parents do it and they told me that I could do it.
I was born to dance.
No puppet. No, I ain't no puppet.
A small town called Carmen, and it's like literally 3,000 people. And then I went to school for the majority of my life in a French town.
Wow, 3,000 people. Like, everybody knows everybody, to be honest. Where I'm from, there's like 47,000 people. And I don't know everybody. So I can imagine where she live at, so small. Everybody knows everybody's business. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's crazy. No, I can't do that. Grandpa can't do that.
30 minutes outside of the small English town. So lots of moving around. But I feel like I got to experience the Canadian culture in school. And I feel very blessed that I was able to experience both cultures. But
awesome.
It could feel a little isolating at times, especially when you're like in the middle of nowhere in the prairies. But that also had like a big hand in me being who I am in music, because
she's so smart, man. I'm telling you, so intelligent.
Because I had nothing else to do.
Puppy.
My family and I would go on camping trips, and we would play Arabic music all the time, just like Egyptian music, Moroccan music, everything. And now, whenever I hear those songs, I'm like, turn it up. As I grew older, I just appreciate it a lot more. And I want to incorporate it in my music a lot more.
And it's funny because those Egyptian songs you used to listen to probably are old school ones. You know what I mean? And the same thing with me. I grew up, my mom, you know, playing all the Spanish kind of music, different music back in the day. Like when I hear it now, oh, turn that up, yo. That's my shit. You know what I mean? So I understand where she's coming from.
So dear to me.
Oh, R.I.P. love.
I feel
Come
like
on, man. You know Grandpa
slowly
knows
I'm
this.
starting to be in more rooms with more women, especially young women. Like for the first time in these 3.5, 4 years that I've been doing sessions with a bunch of writers, I worked with a 20-year-old girl. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is the first time that I've worked with a girl my age as a writer. And
Ooh,
especially with producers,
incredible.
I've worked with so few women producers. I'm like waiting for the day where there's like a really
I'm sorry,
big
excuse me.
female producer that breaks through as that like legendary producer. I'm waiting for it. I'm excited for it.
When I lay in my bed at night, I remember the way that you cried, but
Yo, you know who I see her making music with? She's a female producer, Missy Elliott. Faouzia, hit up Missy Elliott. She got you. Trust me. Hits all day, guaranteed.
I think
Trust
that
me.
like these male producers that are so amazing have been at it for like 20 plus years. And female producers that are just starting out have been doing it for 2 to 3 years. And so give it like another 10 to 15 years. And I think that these women will have caught up or exceeded these like standards that you
Or
have
even
to have
less
to be an
years, to
amazing
be
producer.
honest.
And so I think with time, now that women are just diving into it a little more, we're gonna see more women producers in rooms. I just think that it's just the beginning of it.
I agree.
Whee! Guess it didn't go how you planned out. Little did you know I'm my own
Geppetto, you little Pinocchio liar.
Comparing the biggest female artists in the world and the biggest male artists in the world, the female artists, it's almost ridiculous how scrutinized they are in the way that they go to the grocery store. And
I mean, if you compare the biggest female artist in the world to the male one, the female got him beat, straight up. And simply because the talent, that voice the female possesses, you know what I mean? And not only that, she's a female, you know what I mean? They rule everything. They are queens, and I respect that. Simple as that.
their hair is like slightly out of place. It's like, look at her, like she's going downhill.
I understand what she's
like,
saying,
all of
though.
these
Yeah,
things. It's
yeah.
like she
They
probably
judge her
just woke
quicker.
up from a nap. Like it's not that deep.
I
think that
Probably
it's like
just woke up from
so
a nap.
extreme the
It's not that
amount of
deep.
pressure that is put on women to be perfect. It's not enough that they're perfect on stage and they're perfect in their interviews and all these things. They have to be perfect at all times, and it's just not possible. Like it's a human being. Like they're a human being, and it's not right.
So, our songs are vibes, B.
I think that I'm growing
I
into
just
my
wanna
Moroccan
dance.
side more and more as I grow older, and I'm appreciating it more. Just because when you're younger, like kids don't really know what they're talking about when they're being like rude and like all these things. And so I don't blame super young kids that were making me feel bad for who I was.
agree
Because
with
I'm
her
like, they're
too,
just trying
damn.
to figure themselves out too. They're like 9.
Yeah, see? Facts.
But you know, that sticks with you when you're a kid and you hear these things and it's like, why do you talk like that? Why do you look like that? Why do you listen to that music? And when you hear people laughing at you and laughing at the food that you eat, all these things, saying it's gross. When you're a kid, you start to just feel like, should I be embarrassed by my culture? Should I be embarrassed?
Nah, everybody gotta think, man. Different cultures got different foods, man. You can't be saying that people's food is gross when you were brought up in life to eat that kind of food. Like, that's you. That's in your root. That's in your soul. So don't knock nobody, no other race for what they eat. Straight up. You know what I mean? Except Chinese people, cats and stuff like that. So dogs. I think so. I'm just saying, all right, don't kill me. All right, let's go.
By my background and all these things. And so it's very hard. But as you grow older, you're just gonna be like, I do not care. Like I don't care at all what you think.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to act. Like, I don't care what you think. Like, you don't pay my bills.
Because like I didn't have anybody to look up to in the Western world singing pop music. And so I just want little kids to be like, I'm good the way that I am. Even if they're not Moroccan, just like having somebody from a different ethnic background I remember reading
Oh,
comments.
trust me,
from
honey.
people
You
that
got a
were
lot of
beginning
people
my
from
career,
different
and they're like,
ethnic
"Is
backgrounds who
she
love you.
Middle Eastern?" Like, I hear it in the way that she sings,
Oh,
even.
you can hear it.
And I'm singing pop music, just like fully English, fully pop, not
Yep.
singing any Arabic words, nothing like that.
But
People could sense it, even
because
in
you're
the way
so
that I
good.
sung. And I'm just like,
That's
this
why.
is who I am. And even if I wanted to hide it, I couldn't. But I don't want to hide it. I'm very excited for my next single. It's called R.I.P. Love.
R.I.P. love.
It's very much me. It's like Western Arab music.
Oh, it's whatever you want to call it. It's fire. Simple. Look at my doggy. Look at my doggy right there. Look at it. My doggy is chilling, right? He love Faouzia too. Look at that. Look at my puppet up there. He's chilling. My boys is chilling. Both of them.
I was just very tired of not only with myself, but seeing other women across the world, especially Middle Eastern women in some dark times, be silenced and be told to not act a certain way, speak a certain way, do this, do that. And so I wrote the song Puppet saying, I will not be your puppet. And I was born to dance, which means I was born to be myself. And I was born to
dance. Dance. You never tie strings to my hands. Yo, I love this song, yo. I was born.
Morocco, women are just like the coolest. I've seen so many amazing Moroccan women as teachers, doctors, artists, and everything in between. I think that in Morocco, you can do so much as a woman. I obviously think that there's not just in Morocco, but all across the world, there's still a lot more that we can do.
Yo, I don't care if what in Morocco or not. Women, if they come together from any country, any state, any city, anywhere, any town, if they come together, they can get shit done. All right, women rule shit. I'm telling y'all. Don't forget that, guys. Wait till there be a first female president. Then you're gonna tell me that women rule stuff. Watch.
To support women and make sure that they're not discriminated against and all these things. But
facts, yeah.
You can only go one day at a time.
I'm with her 100%.
But I think Morocco has a lot of great opportunities for women.
That's what's up. I don't want to.
That was Faouzia, the Canadian-Moroccan singer whose pop sound is embracing
I'm sorry, but I've listened to so many her Faouzia songs, and she always, when even in interviews, and she says, "Hi, I'm Faouzia, not Faouzia." In the beginning, I started saying Faouzia, like I'm talking about a while back when I first started doing her reactions. But it's Faouzia because I heard her say herself, her name. Hi, I'm Faouzia. So I don't want nobody telling me I'm saying it wrong or nothing like that. All right. That's it. All right, I appreciate y'all though. Let's go.
And Arabic sounds. You can find much of her music on her SoundCloud. We move from Canada to Jamaica on our next episode. Sarah Couch's sensual vocals blend perfectly with the beats and production of Brooklyn-based David Marston.
Ooh, okay. A little sneak peek to amplify her next podcast.
2017. We spoke to her at her home studio and found out about her love for music, cooking, and country life.
That was pretty cool though, yo, but that's pretty cool. We learned a lot about our girl Faouzia, all right, and her Moroccan roots for crossover sounds. You know what I mean? Arabic. She got French, Canadian, everything in her. Like, all right. She's a human being. Simple as that. And I appreciate y'all. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, notification bells on so you get all my videos. And I'll see you next time. Peace.